another vertical live stream at that. Like I said, I enjoy using this style of broadcasting on YouTube because it's quick, easy, and accessible. You can get your point across, it's straight to the point. With the horizontal, you can just look at that as an actual show. Not saying you can't look at your broadcast like a show vertically, but the horizontal is, of course, where everybody's accustomed to, like the 16 by 9. But it's all about your creativity, though, which is what we're talking about today, actually. So don't limit yourself. That's just my opinion. But the vertical live stream could definitely be a show, especially if you're good at what you do. Um, and even though I'm saying it, you can't. I'm not saying again you can't count it as actually being a show, but I just look at the horizontal view as like that show broadcast. But the vertical went into. Shouts out to everybody that uses the vertical live stream broadcast. We back again. You see the title: Conformity versus Creativity. Um, y'all know how I like to do these live streams. I like to look up definitions so we exactly know context and what we're going to speak to. So I have the definition of conformity already pulled up. Of course, it's a noun, and it reads from Oxford Languages: compliance with standards, rules, or laws, behavior in accordance with socially accepted conventions or standards. And words that associate with that is traditionalism, fitting in, following the crowd, swimming with the stream, conservatism, formalism, running with the pack. All those words associate with conformity, which is definitely a behavior. We know it's definitely a behavior. People, it's just people in the world that don't mind walking in line. They don't mind staying in line. And other people having that note and knowing that notion, they know how to keep people in line with certain things. And as soon as somebody veers off, they want to make that person an example because they had their own mind. So conformity definitely plays a big part in how people make decisions, in their everyday life. It's actually people walking this world that need people to think for them. Like it's really people out here that need people to think for them. Young Riaz, what's going on, man? Shouts out Young Riaz pulling up to the live stream. But you do have people out there that really need people to think for them. And it's a sad thing when you think about it, because we was all blessed with free will. So to conform or have somebody think for you, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Now it does say compliance with standards, rules, or laws, which we live in a place where we live in. Some of us live in places where there's laws. It's just not a lawless land, and everybody just doing everything they want at their will. So you do abide by certain laws and standards, of course, in everyday life. But as far as like having your opinion on things that you question as your morals, your values, and your standards, those are the things that you should always want to exercise your free will doing. Conformity does nothing for you. Moving with the crowd because you're afraid to stand in the unpopular opinion. That's just something that comes with the territory. Something that I always said comes with the territory, just being a content creator. Just Jay, what's up? Shouts out to Just Jay pulling up to the live stream. What is going on? But yeah, so we got conformity. Now we want to see what creativity is about. Okay, creativity, another noun, of course. The use of the imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. What we do here on YouTube, content creators, is to create. Be a creative. Have your own mind while you create. Now, I know people use other people's methods as a means to start their channel or use their structure to kind of get what they want to get going on because they look to that person in that same lane. But there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to remember and keep in mind that you always want to be yourself in whatever works that you put out there. It's important that you always be yourself and in in all variations of the product that you put out there, all the videos. You don't want to be up underneath anybody or run with somebody else's ideas and say it's yours, but it's not because somebody else started that before you. So, originality is important. Originality is very important, and everybody should exercise that, especially a content creator. All content creators are different in their own right. So it just wouldn't make sense to just sit up there and run with somebody else's ideas that's thinking for them. You know what I'm saying? That it just wouldn't make sense at all. Blaze in the building. What's going on, man? Appreciate you pulling up to the live stream, G. Yeah, so it just wouldn't make sense to, run with other people's ideas when you can simply just have your own ideas and go and make your own rules, to how you create. Being a creative, you're going to always be in a space where, it's going to be the unpopular opinion because one thing we got to keep in mind, people always fear what they don't know. That's just what it is. People always fear what they don't know. They share the beast. It's important that you think for yourself and not have somebody thinking for you or moving with the masses that's all thinking the same thing. No, that don't make any sense. We were all blessed with free will, and we all should exercise that right to utilize that free will. And to conform, it just doesn't make any sense. Life, of course, you're gonna have standards. You're gonna have rules and laws in place and stuff. It's life. But the thing is, you definitely can help. You help those things. Don't put limitations on yourself. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Stay true to self. Just and for example, the series that I've got, with the ex offender. I'm doing those series, of course, to bring a sense of awareness, but it's other people that don't understand my stance and what I'm saying, and that's their right. And but my whole thing is the difference is always going to be okay. That's your opinion. I respect that, but do understand why I do it, and I would like that same respect as well. People can have a difference of opinion. That's why I've done live streams telling people, hit the link, share your thoughts. You don't have to agree with what I do. Or if you agree, share your thoughts as well. But I think the content is when people have a difference of opinion. The blind can lead the blind. I have absolutely no problem with that because people are going to do what people are going to do anyways. That's just what it's going to be. Sharan, what's going on? Appreciate that support on the music, man. I saw your comments and stuff. Appreciate you checking out the tunes too, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Sharan. And that's a fact, Blaze. Exactly. Exactly. Creativity is important. Why would you want to model something that you're creating after something somebody else created themselves? That doesn't make any sense to me. You should always want to have your own stamp, your own originality stamp on whatever it is that you put your mind to. And you don't want to ever limit yourself. or feel like if you don't move with the crowd, then you're not going to be where you need to be. That's not the case either. Everybody has their own walk of life. And what's meant for you is meant for you. Remember that too as well. What's meant for you is meant for you. Everybody's blessings aren't the same. Everybody's blessings aren't the same. You just have to always keep that in mind, stay motivated, and understand why you're doing what you're doing and what's the reason for it. Having that structure, having that foundation, having that focus. That's what's important. People gonna do what they're gonna do anyways. But one thing that's a fact is we are all in control of ourselves, and we have that ability to govern ourselves and our actions, what we say. We in control of that. But the minute you let somebody think for you, you relinquish all those rights. Which again, that doesn't even make sense to me when we got our own mind. So that's why I say conformity versus creativity. Creativity is going to always outweigh conformity because originality is longevity. Originality is longevity. Originality is longevity because it's a constant process of just different creations. And sometimes you put out a product or put out some material that do good, that you're able to produce different other types of material from that one material that did it. That's just the beauty of just creating and just being a creative and just having your own mind. Of course, you can get a blueprint or a format from something, but if you're able to put your own spin and thoughts behind it, it can be amazing, you know. And there's just a lot of, and I think it's just a great deal of people just walking around not willing to put their mind to whatever it is that they want to do, and rather take that energy and try to hinder people from the ones that's trying to do what they're trying to put their mind to. That's what the issue is. You know, it's people out here willing to waste energy instead of trying to use it efficiently. 2025 is already telling. 24 was telling. Each year is telling. Each time you get to see a new day is telling. And you just gotta just stay true to self. Yeah, the journeys aren't the same. You're right, Blaze. The journeys aren't the same, man. The destinies is all different. That's why everybody's on different paths like they are. Social media just so happens to make everybody paths cross. But even in that instance, it'd be reasons. The social media age is, and it's mind blowing. Just the evolution. That's why I spoke on just the evolution of Google. Like Google gets smarter by the millisecond. Social media the same way. The more and more we just keep feeding it information, feeding it material, feeding it things that storing it into is memory bank. The constant searches, what people are saying out of their mouth too, because your phone is listening. It's just a whole nother level. They're just things to just be mindful. Things just to be mindful, man. But conformity, I believe it just wouldn't get you anywhere. You're supposed to have questions. You You should want understanding. You shouldn't just want to be complacent. Complacency is dangerous. To think that nothing could ever happen when something could. You know, and just being mindful. Just being mindful. That's just what it is. Just being really mindful. Words associated with creativity, imagination, innovation, innovativeness, individuality, originality, artistry, expressiveness, inspiration, vision, creative power, creative talent, creative gift, creative skill, resourcefulness. I'm always have so many live streams where talking about people being resourceful. I've always stated, I always try to make sure I say that in my live streams. Like that's the most important thing is to make yourself resourceful. Brunilda the Gray in the building. What's going on, G? Appreciate you pulling up to the live stream. What's going on, Jenny? Uh, resourcefulness, powerful word. You definitely want to just be a resource. Being a resource is a means to someone being a lifeline to you. Because you was resourceful, and we already know how life can be, wherever the chips may lay sometime, and somebody can be resourceful for you to you for being a resource to them. It's about creating lifelines, building rapport. Why would you want to burn bridges when you don't have to? It just doesn't make sense. And that's true. That's definitely true, Blaze. Like 2025 definitely can be a year for the come up, for the uprise. The work just got to get put in. Just with anything, the work really got to get put in. Like the work got to get put in, man. I'm seeing how this stuff going, and it's just about consistency. That's why they always say consistency is key. It's cliche, but really, you have to stay at it. I know it's times that you might get discouraged and you just be like, man, I don't want to do this. But that's the thing that keeps you working. That's the moment where you should be working, you know, taking that energy right there and putting it into what it is that you're trying to do. Because it's so easily to arrive at that mood or feel that certain way. It's so easy to arrive at that particular moment right there because with so many obstacles placed in your life to discourage you. You know, got to keep working. Got to keep going, man. Got to keep going. Got to keep building. Staying true to self is important. That's just the most important thing. Just staying true to self, man, and remembering who you are as a person. Always remembering who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Always got to remember that. But, just some words for encouragement. Just some words for encouragement. Conformity versus creativity. Creativity wins every time. As far as, my thoughts, creativity wins every time. Why should you walk in the line? Why should you continue to keep walking in the line? Don't you want to know what's beyond the boundaries? Going out and seeing what's out there, taking a chance on yourself. And taking a chance on yourself, I get it. It's a scary thing because the first thing that comes to your mind is, what if? What if? And those what ifs is the very things that you need to be able to fly, to be able to build and to be able to fly. Because without the what ifs, you wouldn't know. So then when you finally, if you ever comes a point in life, because we know again how life be life, and you won't know what to do because you didn't have the what ifs or you didn't take that chance. Free will is important. That's why God blessed us all with free will. That's why He blessed us all with free will. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Blaze. Definitely got to be consistent. And you just got to do it. Just got to say, you know what? I'm gonna do it. You ain't gonna start off, you know, upper echelon. Now, some people do. Some people get it right the first time, and it's a go. But in other cases, sometimes you just got to do it, see what happens, let the audience tell you, and go from there, and you grow. That's really the one of the golden moments for content creating is just the growth. Letting your audience see where you where you came from, especially with your content. Shout out to I'm Just Like That, aka Thumbnail Lady in the building. What's good? Appreciate you pulling up to the live stream. Yeah, but growth is important. Like growth is, man, you never want to stump your own growth. You always want to keep learning, keep being a student of the game, and just wanting better. Not being complacent. You always should just want better. Like it's important that you just always want better for yourself. It's very important. You should always want that. Always. Enterprise. They associate creativity with enterprise. Resourcefulness. When you think of enterprise, and this is from Oxford Languages, a project or undertaking typically one that is difficult or requires effort. Of course, then use the words associated with it: resourcefulness, imagination, and of course, the second definition of business or company, normally what people associate enterprise with, but they associate the word enterprise with creativity. It is a given with your mind and taking that chance on yourself and doing whatever it is that you set yourself out to do. It can make an enterprise. It can make an enterprise. A project or undertaking, typically one that is difficult or requires effort. You have to put the effort. Just go ahead and just make the effort. Whatever the outcome is just going to be your results to your efforts in the project that you're undertaking to build an enterprise from your creativity. All those things go hand in hand. Wow, man, they associate enterprise with creativity, y'all. Merriam-Webster says the ability to create and also the quality of being creative. Muse. prolificness, productiveness, giftedness, all powerful words that associate with creativity, all powerful words that associate with creativity. I gave y'all the words that associated with conformity. We can go over those again. Let's see. Traditionalism, running with the pack, swimming with the stream, fitting in, following the crowd. Let's see what Merriam-Webster has to say. I think they're using words from, okay, hold on. Yeah, just scroll down. They use words like surrender. Notice, heed, deference. But that surrender word is crazy. Lou Jenkins in the building. What's good, Lou? Just all these words, man. And how and the connection, man. Creativity equals enterprise. Mm, man, just the connection, man. Take a chance on yourself. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. You should already have that figured out. And if you're still searching, keep searching. But when you get a certain age, it's you run out of time because certain things you should already have that instilled in you from your upbringing. You know, by having vital people in your life to give you some type of structure. Because we can see the different types of people every day on the different walks of life and how they interact. That people upbringing be different. Just be different. It just be different. Use your own mind. Exactly. Never follow the group. You know, group think is dangerous, man. It's really dangerous, man. We was all blessed with free will, y'all. So we should exercise that. Seriously. Be creative over conformity. Be a creative. Especially content creators that's listening. Create. It's all about trial and error. This is what the platform is for. This is for the growth. It's for the networking. That's what it's about. And the business as well. It's about the business. It's about the enterprise. The creativity equals enterprise. Just saying it. Oxford Languages, Merriam-Webster, And look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. Blaze, bruh. I'm sitting here like while I'm talking to y'all, I'm like, man, like gears is turning right now while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, looking up all these different words and just seeing a connection. And I'm already thinking about other ideas, and then this being an extra incentive, man, factuals, man. This was a great live stream, y'all. I needed this live stream. I did have a schedule yesterday, but things happen for a reason. This was a good live. I appreciate y'all as well, sharing y'all thoughts, man. And y'all had some great takes on this particular topic. This was a great live altogether. Man, this was dope. Real healthy dialogue. Real healthy dialogue. Use your own free will. God bless us with it, y'all. I can't stress that enough. And strive to be the best version of yourself, to leave an impact, to become resourceful. That's important. Your loved ones, all that is important. Loving yourself, that's important. But I appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate everybody that's going to watch the playback. Thank you to everybody. Hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Um, Share this live stream. Thank you to everybody that's been watching again. Thank you to everybody that's been hitting the like button on the other videos. Shouts out to the new subs. Shouts out to everybody that's been subbed up to the channel. Thank you for the support. It really means a lot. Man, the climb is tremendous. You know, I enjoy doing these live streams. Definitely enjoy doing this kind of content for y'all. Telling you, I really do, man. And I appreciate y'all, giving your thoughts and opinions as well on the topics that I decide to, discuss. It takes the content a long way as well. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, always D Live Reloaded. Just sharing my thoughts. Just sharing my thoughts. And continue to have a good rest of your day. I will be back live later on. Might be a horizontal live stream, but I should be back live later on. But until next time, appreciate y'all sending good vibrations on your way for your day. Always D Live Reloaded. Protect your peace. Gone.